Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Laurynn Garcia. She currently trains at 10th Planet. Laurynn, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm extremely excited here to dig in and find out what's going on with you, okay? So let's just start right in here. When did you start training for fighting? How did it start? When did it start? How long ago?
I mean, I've been in martial arts for about 15, almost 16 years.
Okay.
So it started with Taekwondo when I was 11. The fighting didn't come about until I was about maybe 16 is when I took an interest when I started doing jiu-jitsu and boxing and everything. Obviously, at the time, I was a little too young, but I brought it up to my parents, and they were a little iffy on it. Mom, more so, was like, I don't know, getting punched in the face, black eyes, Took a lot of convincing. And then we kind of went from there. So I started all my early training there, and then once I was 19 is when I had my first MMA fight.
Okay, so go back to Taekwondo. What made you start that in the first place? Who got you in? Did you just decide on your own?
So I actually have two other sisters. One of them was interested in like a form of karate or something. And my mom was wanted to make sure that she had someone else to do it with. So it was me and my other sister. So all three of us, we all did Taekwondo. And I kind of took off with it. I really enjoyed the whole discipline with it. And I eventually earned my black belt in Taekwondo.
Question. Now I'm curious. How many years did it take you to earn the black belt?
It took me 5 years.
5 years, because my son's in it right now. He's 8, and he's at year number 4, so I was curious.
Okay.
So Taekwondo, basically just to keep your sister company.
Pretty much for the most part, but then I really got serious with it. I mean, I got, I wanted to really progress with martial arts, and that's kind of where everything started.
And so you said you went to jiu-jitsu next?
Yes. So I started Taekwondo up in Northern California in this little area called Modesto. Don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's nothing exciting.
It's very exciting. Come on.
It's very exciting. And then I moved to Oceanside, California when I was in high school. And I got involved with jiu-jitsu because of my dad. Because eventually at one point we're all doing martial arts, and he was like, well, we can't find a Taekwondo studio that we like that's similar in style, so we just decided to branch off into martial arts. He's like, let's try jiu-jitsu. And I was like, all right, bet, let's do it. So he got me started in that, and that was very different from what I'm used to in Taekwondo. It's very, very hands-on. Because
it's total, more grappling than anything, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's very, very hands-on, a lot more grappling, a lot more sparring, and all levels are training together. Yeah. Whereas Taekwondo is you're going off each other's own level. Right. And jiu-jitsu is everyone trains together. And
so when you got into jiu-jitsu, where did it go from there? Did you do any other martial art as well?
I kind of got involved with boxing a little bit. And then the MMA training kind of came from there. I actually got into boxing a little bit before I did MMA because I had a coach at the time that was really interested in getting me into fighting and boxing at least. And that's where that part kind of came in. MMA, I kind of played with a little bit after that, and then kind of focused more on my boxing. All
right, so tell me this here, because let's be frank, fighting is not normal for a human being, right? Meaning...
not so much for human beings, not so much for women in general.
Yes. So at what point did you just get this major, ooh, I like this? When did you realize you thoroughly liked either hitting or getting hit? I don't know. Tell me.
That's the thing. Is I don't like getting hit, but but I've
Who
tolerated
does? Some people do, I think.
They do, yeah. And honestly, they're a little crazy.
Yes.
But what really got me started with MMA was when I was introduced to, not personally, but just the idea of Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
And that was a big thing. So I actually ended up looking a lot of her fights up on YouTube, and then started following her career up until she stopped her MMA career, basically. But she was one that really got me with oh yeah, she's throwing everybody, she's arm barring people, and I was like, oh, that's something I want to do. That just was so empowering to see a really strong woman in martial arts, just kicking everybody's butt.
And that was going to be one of my next questions, which fighter inspired you the most?
Definitely her, for sure. And then eventually, I started watching a lot more UFC, and it's kind of picked up from there. There's a couple, OGs like GSPs.
Yeah.
Really good. I like his grappling a lot. And then a couple other ladies out there. Amanda Nunes was one after she beat Ronda Rousey, and a couple other ladies. That's one that's she's like so well rounded. And that's the thing is like I like fighters who are well rounded, not just so much as they're really just like, oh, I'm a Muay Thai person or I'm a Jiu-Jitsu person. It's like I like the well rounded people because I mean you're gonna have your specialties, but you need to know everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not gonna fare well in the ring, right?
No, not really.
And speaking of which, what would you say is your like specialty or where you're the best?
I would think now it's more so jiu-jitsu. I mean, I just got my black belt in December.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey, but jiu-jitsu has always been my foundation for martial arts.
I love it. Okay. So here's a question that I love asking. Because this is no joke. Training for fighting is, especially MMA, is a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. What keeps you going? Like, why are you doing, like, deep down, what's the why? Why are you doing what you do? What's the motivation? What keeps you going?
It used to be just for my own reason, just like, I just want to be the baddest bitch in the world.
Wow.
But now it's because I'm a mom. And yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. I have a 5-year-old daughter.
Yay.
And I want her to know that women can be just as badass and just as tough as any other person. Obviously, it's a little different level of toughness, but, you know, I want her to have a good role model, basically.
Oh, my gosh. I love that. So tell me this. Does she come to your fights?
No, she doesn't. She's 5. She's not good with big crowds,
Yeah.
the noises and everything. I have shown her videos, and she's just like, "Oh, that's mommy," and she just doesn't put the 2 and 2 together. She's just like, "Oh, that's mommy." She doesn't care whether I'm fighting or whatever.
So because she's a little young to understand what's going on.
A little bit. I feel like maybe within the next year or two, she's gonna really grasp the concept, of like, "Oh, this is what mommy does for work," kind of a thing. So
your main motivation, without question, is your daughter.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Every fight, every training, every blood, sweat, and tears is for your daughter.
Yes.
I absolutely love this. So let's talk about your next fight. Who are you fighting?
I am fighting Brianna Vaughn. She is from Las Vegas. She's a very well-rounded Muay Thai fighter. Very tall, a lot taller than me.
Yep.
I'm expecting to be a really good fight. She's very good standing, and I'm very good grappling. But I'm really hoping that it gets to the ground. That's my bread and butter down there.
I love it. And so are you a smack talker? You just do you talk in the ring?
I don't. Yeah, I'm more of a punching kind of a thing. I don't really like talk or anything. I'm a very nice person, I feel like, in general. So like I'll be honest, I try to befriend everybody
yeah.
as much as I can. So when we come face to face, I'm probably just gonna be my normal self, try to shake hands kind of a thing. I have no mean bone in my body except when the cage is locked, and that's about it.
So tell me, do you flip? Is it just like because remember, I know Alima McFarland. She's the nicest girl. You seem so nice.
Super sweet. Yes.
You seem so nice. Do you just turn into this animal in the cage, literally?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's just like this on and off switch, and that's kind of what my dad's job is to turn me on and off kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So like this is me every day. Even at training, I'm all happy-go-lucky and just kind of making friends with everybody. And then once it's game day, it's like just straight face. Like I don't see anything else. It's like let's go.
Come on. All right. So how big of a role model is your dad for you? Like what's his role in your life? Is he a trainer? Is he a corner guy? What does he do?
So he's many titles.
Okay.
His main title is dadager.
Perfect.
so he's a dad manager. He is one of my coaches. He's corner guy. What else? He strength trains. He's my partner when it comes to weight cutting.
Love it.
Yeah. So he's been at all my fights. He's always been in the corner.
Love it.
Yeah. So
could you do it without him?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I probably could, but it'd be a lot harder. He knows me a little bit better than most people.
I love it.
And that includes my coaches. My coaches could never ramp me up the way that he does.
Oh, my gosh.
It's way different.
Oh, I'm excited. Laurynn, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, Laurynn fights for her daughter. So whoever the opponent, you better look out. Because when you're fighting for your daughter, ooh, man.
Mama Bear's coming.
Yeah, you better look out, baby. Laurynn, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Take care.